with another great video. As you can see, we are currently in my testing world, as you can say, and that is something that I'm going to introduce into today's video. But today we are going to be building some bases. And the first one is going to be a redstone house, filled to the base with redstone. And then we'll do... Actually, no. We'll just do a simple, normal base first. That will look probably like a lot of your beginner bases. So we're going to need planks and a door. Okay, so this first one's going to be a demonstration of something that you should not do. So, when building your house, don't, I don't know, just watch me build it, and I will be silent. Alright, so I did build this house odd, so it is going to look a little different, so we'll just do that. Don't build it like a ziggurat. And I know it may look nicer to have your door outside, and there is like pros and cons. Like if you want to add like boxes here or planters, then it makes a little more sense, because then it gives the build a little more depth and it makes it look better. But don't make a house that has like too high ceiling unless it's like seriously your beginner base. Your base should not look like this. This is a absolute no. No. Okay? Just like, don't build something this terrible. See, look, the X around it's just as bad. If you really want to build something that will look good, the first step, and this is not supposed to look particularly amazing, but the first step is to give your build some depth. And to do that, there's just simple steps that you can do to achieve that. And yes, it may cost more, but your building will look better. And the better the building you have, it will affect. So here, if we we'll make a 5x5 house here. One, two, three. That's really Alright, so I I think we go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Where did I go wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of you are probably thinking, why are you not getting rid of the corners like this to make it more rounded? Well, when it comes to depth, you're gonna want to like fill up your corners with logs, and then it makes it look a little like it just gives the build more of a happier vibe, if you know what I mean. So when you're building up like this, it already, I would say, looks better than that. Like here, I'll get rid of the X just because for demonstration purposes. This is already looking better than that. And 1, this has more space, and 2, this looks better. And so, like I said, don't make it too deep. So don't like make your roof here. Like just take it up 1 more notch. And this is going to be more of like a, rather than just me showing you cool bases, is going to be progress. Okay, so this is going to be the next step up from this. And of course, this is just my opinion or my take on it. I recommend that you go and make yourselves a video and do it yourself, but as you can see, this is already looking better than that. So a good thing to do is place your door on the inside here, and then it just gives it a little, just that tiny bit of more depth. And even if you're feeling extra depthy, I would do something like this. You would go get your trapdoors of choice. I'm gonna just do these ones because they look most resemblance to a pot or something of that era. And then you could put, I'm just gonna put dead bushes in here, but you could put normal bushes or trees, like a shrub. That doesn't look any different, does it? You could, or if you don't like the idea of it being like something homegrown or something like that, I don't really know why it would matter, but if you felt like that wasn't kind of the style of your build, you could build something a little more modern and take out a, you could do it with slabs or staircases. So make sure they are in their upside down positions. I personally like the upside down stair because it looks like it's actually just giving more dimension to the wall. But you could do either one of those and put pots with flowers in them. And of course you could plant flowers in there. Or just whatever you felt would look better. So let's finish up our house that we've started to build here. This is going to look slightly familiar, but believe me, it will get there. What am I doing? I think that a A-frame house would look best with this build. And an A-frame is where you literally make an A out of the roof. Like, it'll look something like that in the end. That automatically looks better than the ziggurat that we're gonna call over there. And also it'll give your ceiling slightest more depth. And this is our key word here, depth. And this may not be the most interesting video I've ever posted, but I felt like it was required for all the people who've played this game and still don't know how to build a house. And then you can make it look a little more smooth by adding stairs. Blanked out on the name. See, that looks cleaner than that, I would say. And that definitely looks cleaner than that. But you're still wondering, but how am I going to get all the resources to build this house? Yes, I'm doing it in creative because I don't really want to go through the hassle, tassel, potato, tomato of doing it in any other creation. Also, another thing that you can do to improve your Minecraft base is you can simply just do that. And then that. And then that. And then I'll get up here in a minute. But all you need to do is give it a simple overhang. And if you feel that this isn't like good enough, try that. And just doing slight improvements to help your build fit in is what gets you to a higher status, maybe? And the block that we're going to use for the top is going to be our slabs. Now, look how good that looks. And if you don't like that, you can get rid of it and it just looks just as good. But I kind of like it. It looks like it's sticking out a little bit, or you can break that and make it stick out like that, or like that, or however. It just gives it a little bit more detail. Detail, depth, and deception. Those are the 3 words to improve your Minecraft base. And so if we go down here and we just we do it on the other side, You don't really want to like copy them exactly. This part you can because it makes sense to. But like maybe add a big window in the back or something. Then like add a tiny window in the front or something, and then break out long windows and short windows and whatnot. It's all up to you when you're building it, but at the same time, you want it to look relatively nice. Really. I did recently find out that you crouch to place things on objects that you'd otherwise have to open. Don't judge. I found it out and it's been really helpful in survival, but every time I play creative and try to do something, it does attempt to mess me up pretty well. So every time that I'm here and just building, it is a little difficult. And see how I've made this slight circle of an area? Let's get another thing that does help improve your base slightly is like instead of using just normal glass panes, is using a different type of dyed glass pane. I like light gray. I think it works the best, but you can use whatever you want. See, that fits in well, or you could use a colored one to make it seem like it's like stained glass thing. Like, if you understand where I'm coming from here. And if you place things like panes rather than actual glass blocks, it makes it look slightly cleaner just because of this slight depth in the area. That does not work. You could even have windows in the sides of your building if you wished it. For me, that might be a little too many windows. I'm not a window connoisseur. If you add an overhang on the edges as well, it makes it look slightly cleaner. And that would be like, this is your base taken to the next level. I would say completely taken to the next level. And just due to the sake of time, I'm not going to try and build this base again. I was gonna modify this house and then turn it into this. But due to the sake of time, I'm going to just edit this house. There's a couple things that this house is missing, you might be saying right now. And so, if we open up our inventory, we can look for our blocks. So I'm going to look for our blocks and then tell you what we're going to build. Alright, so we're going to be making a chimney. A chimney is something that makes a build almost complete. So I didn't think about it in the last two transformations, but I thought about it now and I was like, okay, well, it will look great. So here we are building our thing. But let me fix the roof. So using cobwebs is a very good way to like make the smoke because it looks pretty realistic, I would say. And it also, when you use the flat slabs, it gives it a little bit more definition when you're going from the walls. And when you add this part right here, it makes it go along with the build, but at the same time contrast it. So this is our second evolutionary part of the build. Now, for the third one, I probably won't speak for the majority, but you will see me build it. Alright, we'll get on to it. a good like smoke job, I guess, with panes, which would not be by me, can improve the build by a substantial amount. By, yes, just using those. Of course, you have to light the building somehow, don't you? Well, I don't recommend just placing torches everywhere. If you use a fence, like fences, in this case we're going to use oak, and this is how you surround your house, you could do a light surrounding around here, and then like a large surrounding around here. So like a 3-block away surrounding from this position here. Oh, I got rid of my block. There. And then you can have little farms sticking out of your base, and it could look as good as you want it to look, actually. Think of this video as a Bob Ross, like a Bob Ross, alright? Think of it as a Bob Ross episode. I'm Bob Ross, and I'm painting for you today. Making it smaller may give you less room, like in the situation that I'm doing it right now in, but it will improve your build, and I'm gonna say the word improve your build a whole lot, so just get slightly used to it for the time being, to the point where when you just round something off, just as simple as that, makes it look just a little bit more sophisticated. And we could even probably take it in one more thing. Not enough room. We'll keep it with what we had. Well, we could do that. Nah. More room, I'm thinking. Okay. And these should both line up on both sides, which it does, which is good. And off-center it a little bit. Feel free to off-center it on either side. I'm just feeling like doing it here, so that later when we place in our redstone, it can be like that or something. But for the time being, I am going to use a, if I can find it, fence gate. And if you're actually keeping cattle in here, there are more effective ways of doing this. Either by, I'm pretty sure, putting a pressure plate on top of a thing lets you jump. Oh. Putting a, where are they? I just saw them. Oh my gosh. I believe that putting a carpet on top allows you to go over the fence. But in this case, we're just going to use the gate. And you can do the carpet thing if you would really like to. You could even make a little carpet path down to the area, you know, and then just have it hop on over your spot and then just pick back up where it was. It's as simple as that. And I don't think you can get any more simple. Of course, I am going to break these because they're going to get in my way. And that's not good. So, I'm just going to get rid of all this doofy. And then we are going to make the house even better. And of course, you don't have to just make it an odd number. I like making it an odd number because you can do things like this and of course the one door. But like, you can do an even number. They both have their pros and cons. If you want to light up your area, a good way to do it, in my opinion, is to just place lanterns on the corners every so often. And if there aren't corners, do it like every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Did I do that right? Yeah. So, yeah. And in this case, it just happens to work out that that's the way we like it. And if you do hop into a situation like this, just push these ones closer. I mean, it's not going to make it a terrible build by any means at all. It's just your way of doing it is how I would like to perceive it. Oh, we don't have a thing here, do we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 here. So there's a center point, which is here. But that looks ugly, so we're not going to place that one. And so this is going to be our entrance. Just because I like redstone and I don't want to have to deal with opening and closing this. We're going to do this. Okay, so these are the blocks that we would like to keep. Let's get rid of those ones. And I think our house already has improved. Now, just imagine this is grass, because it would fit better in a grassy biome. And quite frankly, I don't feel like placing in all the grass. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to need some dirt, grass path, grass block, and that should be enough. And you can build a little... You can start out by going like this, but I do recommend that you don't just keep it as the grass path that you would find naturally generating in a village. Because although this path may look like a path, because it does, it also doesn't give it texture. Like, it needs improvement. Always. Like, just by adding a couple of of these in has already made it look a little bit more friendly to the build. And then if we add a couple of these just in random spots, makes the build just all rounded, you know? It gives it a nice touch. And of course, you're gonna have it surrounded in grass, which I'm gonna go ahead and do anyway, even though I said I'm not going to. But we still do need this block because it is the majority of our world. And keep in mind, there is no easy way to do this for me. I don't have world edit, at least to my extent of knowledge. I don't believe that I do. And if your dirt turns into grass, you can always craft coarse dirt. Or if your grass looks like it's kind of like not part of the path, you can always just till it and it'll still look like a different variant of the block. You can do this with all of the blocks. Like, if you're using stone in a cave, I recommend that you use cobblestone slabs, stairs, andesite, granite. Actually, not granite. Maybe diorite. This grass is extremely loud, so I'm probably not gonna talk. because of my strategy, I'm gonna be stopped every 5 blocks by a lantern. But you know what? There's a solution to every problem. I think that solution is to back up. Or not. Why did I do this? Alright. Well, that looks great. Absolutely wonderful. Now, we are at a point where we are going to fix our walls. Because we apparently don't know how to build fence around a Minecraft house. It already has improved. If you're seeing this video and you're like, oh wow, that actually looks good, then thank you. I appreciate it. But something I thought I would never use is a diamond hoe, and I'm gonna do it so that I can till the ground. That one can become normal again. It's like it's been walked on a little bit more, I think. And it's got stones in it. But, sweet. Alright. Another thing that improves your house is flooring. So place a floor in your house, and maybe you'll just get the right results. I know at the beginning of this stream, I said that we were going to be featuring something like this. In my case, I will just go over there and show it to you personally, because I think that this is gonna be our finished product. This has turned out pretty amazing. Oh wait. When in doubt, bone meal. I'm just gonna spam it. Okay, and now I'm gonna trim some of the hedges with my fist. What? Oh, you break the... Okay, I'll just break a couple of the tall ones. Woo! It's a good thing we got that on hand. This has been Minecraft, and I think that we're done here. Now I can go show you this redstone contraption that I've made. So this is going to be, it's like a laser door, This is not my idea. I just wanted my viewers to see it. It was made by FedEx Gaming. I'm pretty sure is his name. But I did do a slight bit of tweaking to it. I'm not gonna go into detail, but when you press the button, you can walk through. And it's just, you know, normal. And then you press it again to close it. And then your things will boot back up. But you can't walk through it. Like, I'm trying. You cannot walk through it whatsoever. I'm trying to walk through it, and it's not going through. Once I press the button, I should be able to go through. And then I press the button again, and then I can't go through. Press it, can go through. Press it, can't go through. And essentially what's happening here is there's opening and closing, how do you say it? Fence gates, and when you walk up to the fence gates, they push you up when you try to step over them, and it's a 2-block place, so you can't actually get through. But when you flick this lever, it permanently makes it to where you can't go out. So if I press the button, I can't go out. If I press the button, I can't go out. It doesn't do anything to it. But there is one slight bug that I did find with at least my build in it, is that when it is in locked mode, you can get through it once. Like, it's an Easter egg, and no one's gonna really search for this, but you have to press it and then instantly go through this side, the closest side to the button. And I don't think you can get back in this way. Okay, you can. It's just because of my design, I thought that you wouldn't be able to go through there fast enough. But it's kind of like and it doesn't work for any of the other ones. Only this one. It's kind of like a secret thing that no one's really gonna care to check for when the doors are locked. And you unlock them, and of course you can press your button again to disable the lasers, beacons, gates, or whatever you wish to call it. And you can walk through again. There's one slight flaw about this design, is that your beacons shoot up to the sky. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. This has been Minecraft. I'm out.